So I have a question about some of the lore of Breaking Bad.
Okay.
I'm curious, what scene was the most difficult to film, either because people kept breaking character because it was funny, or because it was just logistically challenging?
I know the desert. The desert was definitely challenging for the crew. I didn't spend a lot of time in the desert. I mostly because I was either eating breakfast or chilling in my room. I think one of the hardest, not hardest, but I guess emotional parts for me, during the series was when Walt Jr. finds Brian beat up at his new apartment, and he has a conversation with Brian about his father dying of emphysema and of lung cancer. And at the same time, my grandfather was dying of emphysema and lung cancer. And so it just, that kind of scene really meant a lot to me, and was definitely one of those high emotional kind of grasps that I really wanted to make sure we got right.
What's the craziest thing that you've seen someone do to get in character?
I can't go into detail about some things, but I've worked with a few method actors, and
Do you believe in that?
I believe there's a fine line of it. You know, I believe, like, because like I wouldn't call myself a method actor, but I do my best to always feel what my character's feeling. I find acting really is important on an emotional level. Like what those characters are feeling, how that character is feeling. And I use basis of my life and life experiences to make these characters feel a certain way. So as far as that aspect, yeah. But I don't, when you see people being an ass to people or like getting aggressive and it's like, I'm method. I'm like, dude, like, you don't have to be a dick.
You're supposed to be playing a nice person.
Yeah. Well, no, that's usually because they're not playing a nice person.
I know, I'm joking.
But no. But like, I think it's a fine line, but I also think sometimes it's an excuse to be an ass.
That's interesting.
Like, and
So
to
just-
get away with things.
So that's what you've seen is that people like get into character like that and they won't break it.
They don't break it. And they carry it off. And I'm like, part of me doesn't think you're acting, man. Like it's like, I think you're like this 24/7.
Was there ever a scene?
Was that Tuco?
No.
Dude, I would love that.
No. Breaking Bad from every single person on there was a gem. Really like quality, very meticulous, thought out casting. It's on some of the other movies that I've done that I'm like,
Speaking of Tuco, have you seen the lawsuit recently?
the with the hose.
Oh, so stupid. You hear about this, Jen?
Man.
He was washing his car and like he sprayed some kid with water
Well,
and they sued him.
So it goes a little deeper than that. So I found out some information and there's a statement by his team.
Yeah.
Because I know Raymond Cruz very well. Like I see Raymond. I probably hang out with Raymond, like Raymond and Daniel and Louis Moncada, who played the Salamanca twins.
No
Like
way.
I hang out with them, like, cause like I'll go do Comic Cons and stuff with them, and
That's so cool.
and so from what I understand, these like 3 girls parked like right on his bumper while he was washing his car, and started recording him, and he's like, "Hey, can you move?" And he splashed, and they called the cops. Like.
They want attention. They want attention and
people want
money.
attention.
That's all it is.
But I don't necessarily view it as a bad thing for him, because he was in the national news, man. Everyone
They brought him up lately. Yeah, brought him back to the top.
Hardcore, right to the top. Raymond Cruz.
So are you saying you need to spray someone with water? We can go down to the strip and just have some mayhem down there.
I'm good on that. I don't need headaches.
Did any cast member have like the giggles? Like they would have a hard time?
All the time.
Really?
All the time. We were all laughing. All the time.
Which scene elicited the most amount of laughs where you had to just redo it because it was too funny?
It wasn't about like redoing it or too many laughs. It kind of, Brian having such a comedic background, like everything he brought into it was very comedic. And even when he did serious roles, he really was good about creating an environment on set where, we had really heavy content, and it was very stressful content. But as soon as we said cut, everyone was cheering. Everyone smiled, especially on the hard days. We had full support from our staff, from grips, electric, like painting, like set. It was all hands on deck every single time. It's been one of the best crews I've ever worked with, and probably will ever work with in my life.
How were your nerves in the beginning of the show to the end of the show? I imagine stepping in and being your first like talking role. I mean, it's a pretty important moment in your life. How were you super nervous in the beginning? And I imagine you found your rhythm.
I didn't understand. I was such a kid. I didn't understand what this show would be. Like, you know,
did you watch Malcolm in the Middle?
So I watched Malcolm in the Middle, yeah.
So but that would be intimidating to be like in the same room with Bryan
I watched
Cranston.
it after Breaking Bad.
Oh, I see.
So I watched it later. Like, and I saw it, but I'm one of those people that I don't correlate people in TV and film together. So when I watch a show or I watch a movie, I don't carry the other work. I only see them in that role.
Got it. How did fame affect your friendships early on?
I worked really hard on keeping all my friends. You know, I'm still very close with most of my old friends. Like, do we still talk regularly? No, but like I can pretty much pick up the phone and call my best friend from high school. Like, and he'd be like, "Hey, what's happening?" Now he has like all my friends now are like settled down and like family of 4. Like, but I worked really hard to not let fame affect me, not let the whatever the LA, New York, what I really tried, and I continue to try to always never let my work get to my head.
Do you remember the first time you got recognized?
It was probably the first time I got recognized was probably around like season 4. 5.
Wow.
Yeah, not until later.
That's
in the
crazy.
series. Again, we were really popular in Eastern Europe.
If you've ever been denied a car loan, credit card, or even an apartment because of what's on your credit report, you are not alone. Most people don't even know what's hurting their credit score, let alone how to fix it. That is exactly where our sponsor DisputeBeast comes in. It's an AI-powered platform that helps you find and remove outdated or inaccurate items from your credit report fast.
We're talking things like late payments, old accounts and collections, or even accounts that don't belong to you. Not to mention, how it works is super easy. You connect your credit report and DisputeBeast scans it for negative marks that could be dragging down your score. Then it generates custom dispute letters tailored for your situation. No templates and no guesswork.
You could choose to just download the data and send it to the agencies yourself, or you can use their built-in mail service where they will literally handle everything for you.
It's honestly just really clean and simple to use, and it's built by experts.
So if you're ready to take back control of your credit, go to disputebeast.com/ICH today. There's also a link down below in the description, disputebeast.com/ICH. Guys, they will literally handle everything for you. If you're dissatisfied with your credit, they will do all of the research, let you know what's going wrong, and they will fight for you. disputebeast.com/ICH. Thank you so much to DisputeBeast for sponsoring this clip.